I opened my eyes in a hospital room that reeked of disinfectant and cold metal. My skull felt like someone had smashed it open and stitched it back together out of spite. A nurse leaned close, darting her gaze toward the hallway before lowering her voice. "Sir, your wife brought you here. She told us you tripped, but your wounds don't match a fall." My brain dragged like a jammed engine. "What do you mean?" "These are impact injuries. Someone attacked you," she murmured. She slid an envelope into my hand. "A 13-year-old boy dropped this off before she arrived. He said you need to watch it privately." Then she was gone. The envelope felt like it weighed bricks. Inside was a flash drive and a note, handwriting I knew too well. "My wife's. Don't watch it. Please." My lungs tightened. The walls felt smaller. My gut already suspected whatever was on that drive wasn't meant to protect me. It was meant to break me. I was released 3 days later. She stayed by my side the entire time, all warm smiles and soft touches, the kind of affection that only follows filthy guilt. When she helped me button my shirt, I caught her stare in the mirror, emotionless, staged. "Do you remember how it happened?" she asked sweetly. "Not much," I lied. "Just darkness." She looked relieved. Back home, I waited for her snoring to settle before retrieving the flash drive from under the mattress. I didn't want to watch it. I needed to. The video loaded. Timestamp 1:32 a.m. My living room. My couch. My home. She walked inside with a man I didn't recognize, tall, wide shoulders. They laughed, then they kissed. The camera trembled like a small hand was holding it. Then I heard a tiny voice whisper. My kid, my stepson, the boy I thought was hers, was filming them. The man suddenly turned toward the camera, eyes sharp. He lunged. The feed went black. Then a second angle appeared. I was on the carpet, blood everywhere, unconscious, and she spoke calmly. He slipped. He always slips. I stared at her frozen face the rest of the night. The same face that kissed my forehead earlier like she loved me. She thought the hospital erased my memory. She thought pity erased evidence. I smiled at her in the morning. I thanked her for helping me. I pretended to be clueless. Meanwhile, I studied everything quietly. The man in the video, his watch, his rings. When he showed up 2 days later, I spotted the same watch instantly. His name was Nathan. He shook my hand like he hadn't already painted my floor with my blood. I went through her accounts in silence. Her cloud backups, deleted folders, bank movements she assumed I'd never notice. Piece by piece, her secret plan emerged. She wasn't prepping for a future with me. She was preparing my exit from it. Then the real punch, the kid wasn't her child at all. He was mine. My son from my first marriage, the one she said was too unstable. She'd send him away on purpose. He came back to warn me. Eventually I found the final layer, a hidden folder on her laptop, a recorded message. She was crying, but not for me. "If anything goes wrong, make it look accidental," she sobbed. "His insurance payout is huge. Then the house is ours." Nathan's voice replied, muffled. "And the boy? Forget him. He's clever but harmless." That was the moment I stopped hurting. I called my attorney. Quietly, precisely. I shifted everything she thought she owned into a trust under my son's name. Every dollar became evidence. I waited. She arrived home late that evening. I sat in the darkness. She froze when she saw me. "You're awake." "I watched the video," I said. Every bit of color drained from her skin. "You don't understand." "I understand everything." I handed her a folder full of bank statements, photos, her confession. Something inside her cracked. She made a sound like a broken instrument. "You can't do this," she whispered. "They'll believe you fell," I replied. No shouting, no threats, just silence. The next morning her car was found at the bridge. They labeled it suicide. I didn't correct them. Nathan vanished. Maybe he ran. Maybe not. My son visited last week. He didn't speak. He just left a note on the table. You watched it alone. And he walked out. Sometimes I replay the hospital moment, the nurse's whisper, the envelope, that weight of truth before I even knew what it meant. I once thought survival meant staying alive. Now I know it's choosing which monsters get buried first and walking away quietly. Thanks for reading. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to Cheating Stories Insight World for more unbelievable stories.